We used to talk on the phone like every day. Now I barely even send you texts. But you still my baby, and I still say that lately. Since our lives been crazy, baby. No lie, girl, when I tell you, you my everything. Every time I say that, you think I'm just playing. We both know what the truth is. Trying to fix the problem, but you're going with excuses.
What's up, what's good, what's poppin'? It's your girl TyraRenee, and we are back with another video. We're going to be identifying 6 types of people that you should never, and I mean never, date. This video is good for men and women and can be applied to any situation, whether it's a prospective situation, a current situation, or a future situation. If you're interested, just keep watching. All right, y'all, so the first type of person that you should avoid when dating are people who are self-centered. These people are usually the ones who love to vent about themselves. They love to talk about themselves. They love for you to know everything about themselves, and they love to discuss anything pertaining to themselves, whether it be their own project, their own life, their own appearance. But then when it comes to you, it's very rarely reciprocated, and you find yourself in a situation to where this person is an inactive listener and they seem to be quite disinterested. You'll notice that they're never interested in you or your problems, or even trying to dig deeper to know who you are, even though they're dating you. So dating an inactive listener or someone who seems disinterested when you're talking can be very dangerous and harmful for you relationship-wise in the future. It can get you to a point where you don't feel comfortable opening up or expressing yourself to anyone because you feel like that person will again shut you down like you were shut down in the past. So if you're dating a person like this, you probably already know what I mean. Like, you feel like the person doesn't care, you feel like you're talking to yourself, or like when it asks you how's your day, you don't even feel like answering anymore or even holding conversation because the person does not want to talk to you, or the conversation dies when it's your turn to talk or express yourself. And then in situations where you might not be dating the person yet, you can identify this type of person by how they start off with like conversations with you, how they hold conversations now. So if you find that like y'all are talking, chatting it up or whatever, and you ask him, you know, how was your day or what happened today? And he's just, you know, he's full of conversation, full of energy, and then it's your turn, the energy just goes down. That's a sign of a person who is self-centered, and you do not want to be in a relationship with this person. Dating people like this will make you feel this big, it'll make you feel so small, and it will make you become like a closed off person. And that's very dangerous for people who are open and who love to communicate. You don't want to date a person like this because it can change you and your characteristics and then make you not want to open up to anyone. All right, y'all, so the second type of person that you do not want to date is somebody who's not clear about their feelings. You'll find that these individuals often like to say things like, let's just go with the flow. You know? No. You know, like, say something to me, like, be clear about what it is that you want. These individuals do not, and they will avoid conversations like this at all costs. In our generation, especially for millennials, we find that you don't want to be thirsty. That's the thing that people say. Or you don't want to appear desperate, or you don't want to put on too much pressure, you don't want to lay it on thick. You know what I'm saying? But like, to me, if you enter the dating game, then that's what you enter into. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, to each his own. But these people, like I said, like to go with the flow. They rather not get into conversations about feelings. But then relationships like this can ruin your peace because it'll make you feel like this person never had intentions for you in the beginning or at all. So then you're just left like wondering if you're wasting your time, or if they're wasting your time, if they're sincere or not. When sometimes these people just don't know how to express their own feelings, but that's not fair to you still at the end of the day, because guess what? Like, you probably need to know. And these type of relationships are also very damaging to people who need words of affirmation, because you're big on verbal. You need to hear, you need the words. And I feel like that's almost anyone. I feel like words of affirmation is pretty high up on everybody's list, because you always want to know what the other person's feeling or thinking, what their intentions are towards you. And so you want to avoid people who do not have the desire of expressing or being clear about how they feel. All right, so the third type of person that you do not want to date is somebody who has not healed yet, or they're holding back because of their past. Let's just be honest, y'all. You deserve to be with somebody who is open and willing to give you that shot of proving yourself so that you guys can grow together and possibly cultivate something beautiful. Dealing with this person who has these type of characteristics can make you feel bad about yourself in the long run, because you begin to question yourself, because you want to grow, you want that love and affection, but that person does not. And so it'll leave you feeling hurt and unhappy. Dealing with somebody who still has unresolved issues can be very detrimental to you and your growth, because while you're still trying to grow and you want to grow with this person is still stuck in the same place and not willing to let you in, which can make you feel hurt and unsure about yourself, because you're trying to give love, which is a very, very like sensitive thing to do, and they're not willing to accept it. They're probably rejecting it, which makes you feel rejected in turn, because they're rejecting what you're trying to give them, and they're rejecting the love that you're trying to give to them to help them grow or come out of the place that they're in. So you can identify these people based off of conversation. A lot of them will probably tell you, I have trust issues, I don't trust women, or I don't trust men are this or women are that. And those are warning signs in the beginning. Those are red flags. These people are not just saying stuff. Sometimes it's a joke like, oh, I don't trust these men. You know, you laugh about it. But when that person seriously lives by that, you want to avoid that at all costs, because they probably won't change their mind just because of you. Now, there have been situations to where people have grown, but that's because the person was willing to grow and try to find something new. If this person is just seriously stuck in their ways and that's what they believe, avoid it and cut all ties so that you don't find yourself dragging on a relationship that isn't going to grow. All right, so the fourth type of person that you should avoid dating are individuals who have no intentions of either being in a serious relationship with you or marrying you. When you meet these type of people, you have to decide whether or not you're going to be true to yourself or you're going to compromise. Oftentimes, I feel this is not a situation to where you should compromise, especially if you envisioned yourself getting married and having kids and a family, or even like not even on that serious of a note, a relationship. You want a relationship with just you and that person, like you're ready for that step. If that person is not ready for that step and they don't have those intentions, a lot of time they have commitment issues, or maybe they saw something in their past, or maybe their family, like their parents, to where they're afraid of taking that step. But that's unfortunate, but it should not hinder you from going forward with something that you believe in or something that you desire. Attaching yourself to a person who has no intentions of being with you seriously, or really even committing with you, or giving you what it is that you want to be happy, is a dangerous place to be, because you'll find yourself unhappy and unsatisfied with how your life is. And then you'll see the people around you, maybe your homegirls or your homeboys, like proposing, and then you really wish that you could do that for this person and they just don't want it. And so you end up spending your life unhappy. And also, the more dangerous side to this type of person is that they can be the block that blocks you from getting with the person who would give you those things. And so you live your life 10, 15 years down the road and realize that you regret it, because that person never changed their mind. Because oftentimes a lot of us feel like, you know, this person will change their mind, I can change them, they're just seeing bad things, but I can change their mind. Oftentimes their mind cannot be changed, because they know what it is that they want, and you risk playing Russian roulette with something that you probably won't get the outcome that you really desired in the beginning. Like when you're talking to somebody and getting to know them, make sure you ask that question and believe them the first time. If they say they don't want a relationship, they don't have any intentions with you, they're just trying to talk to you, or they just want to see how things go, be careful with that. And if they say they don't believe in marriage but you do, I would suggest cutting ties early before emotions start to run high. All right, y'all, so the fifth type of person that you should avoid is somebody who is always complaining, or someone who always puts the blame for situations on other people and never takes the blame of what they did or takes responsibility for their actions. Oftentimes, these type of people are fueled off of being like put into a position of power, because everybody around them is telling them that their perspective is correct all the time, or their thoughts are correct in all situations, when sometimes, and most of the time, they probably are not. So oftentimes these individuals will always be on the opposite side of an argument, to where they feel like if you don't take their side in the argument, then you're wrong too, and oh, you should have taken my side when you were dead wrong, like you were wrong. These individuals also do not like to be told that they're incorrect, and the person that they're in a relationship, they would like you to take on that role permanently as the person who's always telling them that everything they do is correct and nothing that they do is wrong, or that their viewpoint and morals are always right. The dangerous part about relationships like this, though, is that you'll end up being the one to compromise your own values and morals and mindset for somebody else's. And then you end up losing yourself to the points where you often probably can't think for yourself or by yourself without this person validating your thoughts, or you have a fear of expressing that you think differently from this person, and you never express it, because when you do, it causes an argument because they feel like they should always be right. All right, and I saved the best for last. Like, this is a big one. This is a big one. So the sixth type of person that you should never date is a person whose words never match their actions. These individuals are usually like really good with their words. Like, they'll sell you a dream with how smooth their words are. They always have the right thing to say. But then when you look up and realize their actions, like, they're not moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never do what it is that they said that they were gonna do in the first place. Even on an emotional level, like, the individual will probably be telling you, oh yeah, I love you, girl, or I love you, boo. Like, you know, girls do it too, to where they'll be like telling you all this stuff, but then you don't feel like the action is being shown. So like, while somebody can say, oh yeah, I love you, they're not showing that they love you or that they actually care. So then this is how a lot of people get caught up in situations long term as well, to where the person's telling them, oh yeah, I plan on marrying you one day, like, just wait on it, it's coming. Or we're gonna end up in a relationship soon, like, I'm gonna make this serious soon, blase. And like, you look up and like months from now, you're just like, still waiting. Like, you're like, it's coming, girl, you know, I just want it to be special. That's what they like to say, I just want it to be special. But no, it's not. Like, he just really not finna do it, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you're noticing things like, you're the only girl like I'm talking to, or you're the only guy I'm talking to, but try to take a picture with this person and see what happened. Like, they start acting real weird. Or like, you post something, maybe like a part of them is in the picture, and they just flip out. And I'm like, oh nah, like, you know, you gotta take that down, that's weird. Or like, you comment under something, because if you're feeling somebody, you think y'all feeling just like that, you feel like you can comment, and they just act weird and be like, oh no, that's weird, you need to take it down. So then you just like, okay, like, are we really as serious as you say that we are? Like, are we really at the place that you said that we're at? So like, you don't want to be with somebody like that. Instead, look for a person who like expresses without even opening their mouth. For me, I like action, and I'm a person of action. I don't talk much, but I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of person that you want to be with. You want action, because at the end of the day, guys, action is always bigger than words. Period. All right, guys, so if you made it this far, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. Make sure you like and comment down below if you've dated one of these 6 type of people, and let us know what your experience was like and how you got out of that relationship, or if you're still in it. Also, if you'd like to see more videos like this, let me know, and drop some ideas down below of things that you'd like to hear me talk about, whether it be advice or things that men do that women don't like, things like that. I would love to put out more content like this, because I really enjoyed putting this video together. So yeah, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss any notifications, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
You have my heart, but you want me to prove it.